in Tallahassee. Buckets hard to come by in the first half. Gerald Henderson had to make a steal to get one here. Duke down 3 early in the ballgame. More from Henderson, shot clock winding down. He's able to nail the three-pointer at the buzzer, but he was the only Duke player who had a bucket in the first half. He had 14 in the first half. Florida State 7 for 34 in the first half. 19-14 Duke at the break. Second half, Duke up 7. Henderson again, as Duke scored the first 9 points of the second half. Look at the athleticism. He's 6'4", and he went way up to get that one. And then later with Duke up 11. Henderson's playing by himself, man. Knocks down the three-pointer at 25 points. That's career high and 5 rebounds. Duke up 14. Wasn't really playing by himself. Kyle Singler helped out. He had 15 points, 5 boards. Duke goes on to win it 66-58, 2-0 in the ACC.
Jim Calhoun in 5th-ranked UConn trying to stay unbeaten on the road at Cincinnati here, where the Bearcats just lost to Providence on Wednesday, and frankly, this one wasn't going well either. A.J. Price, the 3 late first half. How about Price one more time, this to beat the halftime buzzer? It would give UConn a 38-34 lead at the break, and then they go inside of the big guys. Second half, Hasheem Thabeet. This will make it a 5-point Huskies lead. Everybody up there at the perimeter after Price knocked down all those threes, so it's open down low. Price here, Stanley Robinson there. Connecticut shot 58% from the field in the game. Thabeet one more time. Huskies had 4 guys in double figures. UConn is up 7 at this point. Then they go back outside. It's Price. He had 5 of 8 threes, had 22 points. UConn wins 81-72. Huskies now 14-1, 7-0 this season on the road. Let's count the overtimes. Let's start in Philadelphia. St. Joe's hosting the Rhodey Rams, tied at 64. Garrett Williamson comes up with a big steal. And here we go. Darren Govins puts up a shot with 2 seconds left. Ahmad Nivens, the tip. Hold on. Nivens' hand is touching the ball with a red light on. Right there. There's the hand. There's the light, the whole thing. So wave it off. We are going to overtime. No basket. Tied at 68.
I got 1 overtime so far.
Marquise Jones. Thanks for playing. That could have won it. It didn't. So now Stan Weir up to
2 overtime?
2 overtime.
All right. This is a fun game.
Don't flaunt that Howard education. Tied at 77. Here's Govins. 3 with under 5 to play. He had 21. But hold on, URI the other way. Keith Cothran can tie it. Oh, there it is. 6 of 21 shooting. A huge shot there, though. Going to a 3rd overtime. He has 6 of 21 shooting, but a huge one there. St. Joe's up 3 in the 3rd OT. Ahmad Nivens, he had 28, career-high 20 rebounds. St. Joe's wins in triple overtime. Longest game for them since their 4 overtime win over Utah in 1961. Now we go out west. Washington hosting a Cal team off to its best start since the 59-60 season. Lorenzo Romar's Huskies riding a 9-game winning streak. Jerome Randall equalizes things at 58. He had 23. And we go to overtime here. The 3 is no good. Randall comes down with it here. Going to get one more chance. 30-footer. His time is just about running out. Trying to get it up there quickly. Get a decent look, actually. Second overtime we go. Washington up 3, 9.4 to play. Justin Dentman misses. Randall. Patrick Christopher. Christopher for 3. DJ Sealy is there, though, for the finish. Elbow foul. He would make the free throw. That sent it into a 3rd overtime, and here we go. Theo Robertson ties it at 85. Robertson scored 7 of Cal's 11 points in the 3rd overtime. Here's the free throw and the +1. Knocks it down. Cal's first lead since it was 1-0. Dentman inside, no. A career-high 27 for Patrick Christopher. Bears have won 9 straight. They're 4-0 in the Pac-10.
Johnny Flynn in Syracuse had the ranking up to number 9, win streak up to 6. Orange trying to get to 4-0 in the Big East as they took on Rutgers Saturday. It's the Johnny Flynn Show, and it's a variety show. Got dishes, dunks, and dribbles. On the fast break, Flynn with a dish to Paul Harris. So he's got the dish. And later in the first half.
Check. So we've checked off dish.
Flynn still dishing. He got the ball. Harris calling for Flynn to go up top with the ball. And Flynn cooperating with his teammate. He had 9 assists in the game. Syracuse led by 1 at the half. And then Jim Boeheim told Flynn to take over in the second half. And he did. Oh! Flynn says he wanted to make a play that the team could feed off. I think that got it done. Syracuse up 6. And later, watch Flynn on the dribble. If you remember Curly Neal Flynn with a little curly kneel there. If you don't know who curly kneel is, Google it. Syracuse wins 82-66. Flynn with 15 points.
Back to college basketball. DeJuan Blair and the #1 Pitt Panthers playing their first game ever ranked #1, hosting St. John's. First half, Pitt just ruling the offensive boards. Levance Fields drives to the basket, misses the layup, but Blair had his back. The Blair rebound project, 15 boards, Pitt up 4. Sam Young misses. Tyrell Biggs grabs the offensive board out to Brad Wanamaker, to Fields, 3. Booyah! Fields had 13. Biggs misses the 3. Blair just eating up the glass. 10 of his 15 rebounds were offensive. And then, who's eating Gilbert Brown? Buckets on the alley-oop. Second half, Pitt leading 8. Jermaine Dixon doing it old school style with the layup. He had 17, Pitt up 10, and then running away with it. Fields to Young. John, this is a transition 3. As opposed to a spot-up 3.
Still counts for 3.
That's what I'm saying. Fields added 9 assists. We're talking about Carolina's going undefeated. Now they're trying not to start 0-2 in the ACC. #3, Carolina. #4, Wake Forest. How about the point guard matchup? Ty Lawson against Jeff Teague. Lawson gets caught in the air. My bad. Throws it to nobody in particular. He had 4 turnovers. And then Ty Lawson tries to drive on Teague. Teague strips it off his leg. Lawson turns it over. Ty only shot 4 of 12. Second half, Lawson drives, rejected by Al-Farouq Aminu, who gets the ball to Teague. Represent, young fella. Teague was just freaking the Tar Heels. Ridiculous crossover. Nails the runner, a career-high 34 points. Now Teague, 3. Y'all got to give him some of that. His second straight 30-point game. And then Teague, ridiculous pass to Aminu for an easy rock. He added 4 dimes. Over 5 minutes to go. Wake up 5. James Johnson cranks the alley-oop. He would foul out shortly after, but that's just unreal. Under 2 minutes to go. Tar Heels down 4. Tyler Hansbrough misses at 3. The All-American only had 4 points in the second half. McFarland on the other end with the layup. Wake up 6. 3 seconds left. Teague, chance to seal it. Misses the free throw. Will Graves, a half-court shot that will tie it if it's good. It's not. Wake Forest beats North Carolina 92-89. Folks in Wake Forest, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, storming the court.
Sold out at the Lloyd Noble Center, even though school is still out. OU 6 straight losses to Bevo. Early first half, Oklahoma 3. Watch Austin Johnson set a pick on Dexter Pittman. That frees up Griffin, and that's a high percentage shot right there. Oklahoma up 5 early. Later in the first half, oh my goodness, it's an 11-point lead over the Burnt Orange. Perez Ward, it's a bad pass. Kay Davis picks up the loose ball. He's going end-to-end. Thank you, and give me 1. Sooners up 22-8 after the free throw. I said 22-8. Later in the first half, Pittman, again, bad pass. Tony Crocker with the alley-oop, then to Griffin. That is officially an oop that's been free. Take another look. In transition, there we go. Top play nominee, the whole thing. OU up 38-27.5. Rick Barnes unhappy. Holly Rowe gauges the unhappiness.
They weren't doing their job. I mean, if we're going to find somebody, it's all about accountability. If they don't want to do what we ask them to do, they can watch the game.
How do you play the second half, though? Do you give them another opportunity to do that?
We'll talk about that. If they decide they want to do it, if not, they'll be over there with me.
That means you'll be on the bench. Damian James, 0 points, 0 rebounds in the first half, took only 1 shot. That's 1 more shot than a guy who wouldn't be playing. Second half, Texas down 10. James, offensive rebound. There you go. That's good effort. Texas cuts the lead to 7 moments later. Back to a 9-point game. James off the window at 7. James for 3. Texas cuts the lead to 4. James, 12 points, 3 rebounds. He's not sitting over there by Coach Barnes, but Griffin. On the baseline, good spin move. Almost a dream shake. One-hander's up and good. Sooners up by 8 later. Second half, under 4 to go. Griffin, one more time. 20 points, 10 rebounds. That's what he does. He gets 20 and 10 every night. Sooners win it 78-63.
ESPN Big Monday. 13th ranked Notre Dame visiting number 20 Louisville. Luke Harangody had a career high 40 and 12 rebounds last season against the Cardinals. Here's Harangody out to do it again. Gets the runner in the lane to go. Harangody 14.6 rebounds in the first half. Earl Clark, the finish, the two-hander over Harangody. You don't see that every day. Louisville led by 3 at the break. Second half, say hi to Terrence Williams. Had himself a ball game, little give and go with Jerry Smith that gives it back. Then it's Williams knocking it down from the wing, open up a 7-point lead. Notre Dame would respond behind Harangody. 7 minutes to play. He says, you might want to cover me at 28-13. First Golden Domer since Adrian Dantley, 75-76, to score 20-plus in 9 straight games. Torrey Jackson He's going to throw it away. Harangody and Williams both go for the ball. Williams gets it in the jam, but wait a second. Backcourt violation called on Notre Dame. That negates the dunk. Officials ruling Harangody touched the ball before Williams. Very tough to tell. Louisville would miss a three-pointer on the ensuing possession, and we go to overtime. Under 3 minutes to go in the extra session. Louisville up 6. It's Williams. Tough shot in the lane. Gets it to go. Williams went off in the game. 24 points, career-high 16 rebounds. Talked it over with our crew, and then afterwards with Jay Billis.
That is no joke. Witness the greatest game in Wildcat history, courtesy of Jody Meeks, who started the night 5th in the nation in scoring. There's a deep three. That's for Ralph Beard. 15-10 Kentucky. Fadeaway 3 for Rex Chapman. Kentucky down 2. A little something for Tony Delk. Yeah, from 3. Louis Dampier, never this good. Kentucky up 3. Meeks from the wing. Kevin Greavy, you wish. The ball's no answer for Meeks. And they tried to answer. Watch this. We arrow Meeks. Inbounds. Patrick Patterson. Both guys go right to Meeks. Patterson, he'll take the easy 2. Kentucky up 36-26. Meeks on the run and the foul. Kyle Macy, touch your socks. Meeks 26 in the first half. Only a 4-point lead. So Meeks would need to do more, and he did in the second half. Goose Gibbons, you ever been that good? Kentucky up 48-41. Kentucky, half 100, 50-41. Meeks one more time. Better than Mashburn ever was. His 7-3 of the game, 53-41 Kentucky. And you know what? He wasn't hogging the ball. He'll pass it. Alley-oop to Patterson. Kentucky up 66-50, and Tennessee's 16-game home court winning streak's going to go down 4 short. Meeks. Oh, Cotton Nash, what'd you think of that, huh? Better range than Cliff Hagan. 9-3 of the game. Cats up 10. This is for a school record 3s. Give me 10 of those. 49 points. Kentucky up 13. And Wayne Chisholm not enjoy the moment. Thank you. $1:31 left. Meeks at the line. 52 points. That one's for Pat Riley. Ties the school record. And the next free throw, Dan Issel, you're on the books. 54 points. A new single-game record. You need Edwards. Close enough to guard Meeks. Your coach, Tom Crean. Ever the optimist, though. Top-ranked recruiting class coming in. He says you have to learn not to lose before you can win. Buckeye David Lightly sat out injured foot, but he's got commentary. What do you think of John Diebler from behind the arc?
Johnny D hitting threes. I ain't seen Dub shoot so many threes in my life.
Yeah, Johnny D shot a good Ohio State of 39-20 there. Kyle Madsen, your teammate, says...
Is that his first career dunk? That his first dunk? All right, Kyle getting loose.
See, that's nice. Some kids down there, they could be moping on the bench. No, he likes Evan Turner's game.
Hey, we feeling good. We've been feeling good lately.
Ohio State's so good, 77-53. Johnny D had 17.
True road game for Tyreek Evans and Memphis visiting Tulsa, seen over on ESPN2. Memphis is hot in conference. Yeah, they've won 44 in a row. 8 minutes left. Tulsa down 5. Jerome Jordan. It's a 3-point game. Jordan had 20 and 13. Final 8 seconds. Tulsa down 1. Ben Uzo driving for the game-winning basket. Foul. He'll go to the line. Uzo, your first free throw. Got it. Tie ball game. Second free throw. Got it. So Tulsa's up 1. You see less than 5 seconds left. Antonio Anderson, the catch at midcourt, and as time expires, gets a layup. And that's how Memphis wins. They were held to a season-low 56 last year.
To Duke, trying to get to 3-0 in the ACC and extend his win streak to 7 games. On the road at Georgia Tech, where Derek Favors, the #2 overall recruit in the ESPNU Top 100, verbally committed to Georgia Tech for the game. He's 6'9", out of South Atlanta High School. Meanwhile, Kyle Singler not doing Tech any favors, but Duke's still down 4 early. Next trip down the floor. Duke didn't shoot it well, but Singler there for the putback and the foul. Duke down 2. Singler had 19 points. Second half, Duke up 5 now. John Shire finds Singler. And Singler finds the bottom of the bucket for 3. Duke up 8. They shot just 39%. Don't let the highlight fool you. Georgia Tech trying to stay close, down 8. Lewis Clinch, no conscience, but he's got range. Tech down 5. And then later with Duke up 10, Shire helped put it away. Hit a couple of threes. And Duke wins at 70-56. But Favors like, you just wait until I get out there next year.
Anybody figure out BC beat the #1 team in the country on the road, come home, lose to Harvard. #3 Wake visiting Conti Forum. LD Williams alley-oop into Al Farouk Aminu. Aminu, by the way, is a high school teammate of Kentucky's Jody Meeks. Remember, he scored 54 on Tuesday. Jeff Teague had himself a ball game, putting Wake up 21. That was the first half, people. In the second half, more of the same. It's all Teague all the time. He had 29. Wake Forest hammers Boston College 83-63.
The game officials in South Florida's team got to the Peterson Event Center late because of a snowstorm in Pittsburgh, so Gilbert Brown and Sam Young decided to entertain the people, got there early with a dunk contest. That's pretty good. Bulls got there late, but they hung tough in the first half. Dominic Jones to Augustus Gilchrist. Pitt, the #1 team in the country, but getting all they wanted from South Florida. Jones, shot clock winding down, but he's knocking down the three. Bulls within 5, and then Gilchrist showing his range as well. South Florida hanging tough, down 4 at the half. But in the second half, the Pitt defense clamped down, and then Levance Fields said, don't worry, I got us the rest of the way. Finds Gilbert Brown on the alley-oop, and then he feeds his man DeJuan Blair down low. Blair had 13 points and 18 rebounds, and Fields can do it himself as well. Look at the crossover, and the finish, 11 points to go with his 13. It says Pitt up 16, and then he finds Blair again for the layup. And then finally Fields to Blair. Pittsburgh wins to get to 16-0. Panthers 4-0 in the Big East as they take this one 75-62. Southern Conference getting some love on SportsCenter. First half, Curry making his presence known. This is his first shot off the feed from Steve Rossiter, and he knocks it down. He was 6 of 10 on triples. Later in the half, Davidson up 15. Curry will drive this time. Gotcha. Davidson up 32-15 at that point. Less than a second left in the half. Rossiter back to Curry right before the buzzer. Got it. Davidson up 46-24 at the half. If Curry had half their points, how many did he have? Too late. He had 23 in the first half. Second half, Davidson up 15. Curry with a pull-up. And then 3 more. Yes, sir. Curry hitting them from everywhere. He dropped 39 on Elon. Davidson wins at 83-68. Their regular season win streak up to 36 in a row now.
Losing number 12, Georgetown, for Johnny Flynn and the Orange. Really their first tough game in the conference. And there's John McCain taking in all the action in downtown D.C. Hoyas able to find the open space in that Orange 2-3 zone early on. Top of the key, looks like it's left wide open. Nikita Masharikov knocks down the 3. More bad news for Syracuse. Ball knocked loose. Everyone dives for it. Masharikov falls on Andy Roughton's leg. Roughton, you might remember, missed all of last season with an ACL injury to his left knee. Coach Bayon said he thinks Roughton will be okay. Georgetown inbounding. Another dead spot, middle of the zone. DeJuan Summers able to throw it down. Watch Summers here. Going to knock away the pass, finish with a huge slam. As he does so, he's fouled hard by Christoph Ojanot. Summers had 21 points for the Hoyas and a T to his credit. Georgetown up 15 in the second, and Omar Watad knocks down another open 3. Well, it's too late to earn him any more votes. John McCain doesn't leave early. North Carolina trying to avoid its first 0-3 start in conference play since 96-97. They were visiting Virginia. Tyler Hansbrough could pass Christian Laettner to move in the 6th place on the all-time ACC scoring list, and he was at it there. That from Ty Lawson. Now watch the entire defense focus their attention on Hansbrough when he gets the ball down low. I mean, he's really good. You got to focus on him, but not everybody. Hansbrough to Larry Drew, then finds Ed Davis, like the movie Hoosiers there. Again, all 5 defenders, everybody collapses on Hansbrough, does the wise thing. Somebody's got to be open, at least 2 or 3 players. Lawson the 3. North Carolina is up 42-31. Somebody else makes the highlight. Wayne Ellington, nice dish there to an open Hansbrough. He had 16 in the first half. Let's go to the second now. North Carolina up 67-43. Larry Drew the miss. That's okay. Danny Green is hanging around. Under 7 to go. Here's Ellington on the drive on the dish to Hansbrough. Hansbrough, by the way, 15 of 17 from the free throw line. He does pass Christian Laettner. Look out, Bryant Stiff, you're next at number 5. Hansbrough trails the former Virginia Cavalier squad, going for their 8th consecutive win over Arizona. And early on, the Bruins getting it done from long distance. So I had a Josh Shipp. He connects. Where's Nikola Dragovic when you need him? Michael Roll off the catch and shoot. And then it's Roll again. Could say he's on a roll. I wouldn't, but somebody might. Dragovic again. He had 15, by the way, career high for him. And anytime you impress Coach Wooden, you're doing a good thing. UCLA 5 of 10 from behind the arc in the first half. Darren Collison through the entire Arizona community. Second half, UCLA just running away. Collison feeds Drew Holiday. Collison 6 assists, one shy of 500.
Number 4, UConn looking to win its 3rd straight road game. St. John's, the road opponent. First half game tied. This is early. DJ Kennedy, a nice bounce past Paris Horn. Look at the little reverse there. Career high 24 for him. Red Storm up early, but the story of this game was the freshman and New York City kid Kemba Walker. The spin, the finish, the layup. UConn up by 1. Second half now, more from Walker. Not looking, but finding Jeff Adrian, 17 and 11, 39th career double-double, most among active Big East players for Adrian. Walker back to it, coast to coast. He was 8 of 12 from the field. UConn pulling away. Walker said later, "I'm home." He looked it. He had the feeling, and when you're on your home floor, you get the bank. 21 and 5. UConn wins it 67-55.
Dandy games for you. 16th ranked Xavier visiting Rhode Island. That's Sean Miller looking for their 12th straight regular season win against their A-10 rival. The coach's son, Jimmy Barron, hits the deep 3. Rhode Island forced the turnover. Barron, foot on the line. It's a long 2. Rhode Island up 2. Later on now, Dante Jackson sinks the 3. Xavier up 2. Under 10 seconds left. Rams down 4. Barron misses the long 3. Delroy James on the putback. Rams down 2. Terrell Holloway already missed the first, misses the second. 4 seconds left. Jimmy Barron, last second, no. 16th ranked Xavier hangs on to win for the 14th time in their last 15 meetings with RI.
Number 17, Minnesota on the road at Wisconsin, where the Gophers hadn't won since 1994. Final minute, 60-56 Wisconsin. Badgers on the break. Paul Carter from nowhere blocks Jason Bohannon. He'll snatch it. Minnesota takes over. Gophers to Damian Johnson. Locked and loaded for 3. Minnesota down by 1. Gophers down by 3 now. Lawrence Westbrook pops out, rises, fires, got it. Ties it up. Buzzer beater in regulation sends us to overtime. Damian Johnson, the block on John Lure. Westbrook will take it from one coast to another behind the back, flips it up and in. What a play. Gophers score the first 7 points of overtime. Westbrook had a career high 29. Later in overtime, Carter to Devin Bostic down low for the throwdown, and the Gophers end a 12-game road losing streak against the Badgers.
This was pretty cool. 19th ranked Purdue stopping by Northwestern. Robbie Hummel and the Boilermakers, they were down 13 at the half. Under 2 minutes left, down 2. Hummel takes the 3. Keep an eye on that. Craig Moore loses Hummel in the process, and Hummel able to grab his rebound and put it home. Purdue down 1. Chris Kramer draws 4 Northwestern defenders, so somebody's got to be open. Actually, like 3 other people should be open. Keaton Grant the 3. The bench explodes. Purdue by 2. 48 ticks left. Off the inbounds, Kevin Cobble, the catch and score. Cobble, game high 16. We're tied. Jawan Johnson with 2.2 seconds. Fouled. Northwestern can't believe it. After making the first, Johnson makes the second one, even after trying to miss. Northwestern inbounds. One last chance. And the shot by Moore falls well short. And Purdue escapes. Northwestern's lost 18 straight against ranked opponents.